Great way to generate some leads quickly and reasonably cheaply is with car cards, or excuse me cards. Great, you can take them anywhere, do them anywhere, nice and quick. So where are you going to go with them? Well, anywhere in your local area, supermarket car parks in town, in the high street, anywhere that people park their cars, great place to do car cards. Response rate you get from these, about 1 lead for every 100 cars that you put out. 100 cars is going to take you about 10 minutes, so that's nice and quick. Nice return rate there. What do you need if you're going out doing car cards? Well, firstly, you need plenty of cars. So I said, quick to do, so make sure you've got plenty with you. It's perfectly possible to do several hundred, 1,000, even a couple of thousand cars in just a few hours in a busy town. So make sure you've got enough with you. Now, I always bundle my cards in hundreds with rubber bands. Hang on to the rubber bands afterwards. You can count exactly how many cards you've done to keep a track of what's going on. Another thing, of course, you need to take with you is a pen and a notebook. Anyone stops and asks for information, you can take their details right away rather than making them phone up and ask for the information. So don't forget that. And also be sure, go dressed for the part. Wear a badge, wear a smile as well. And hey, why not? You got one? Wear the t-shirt, of course. Cautionary note, some car parks you may find that there's parking attendants or security guards, and they might ask you to stop putting cars out in that car park, may even ask you to leave the premises. Sometimes they'll even ask you to take the cards off of the cards. Hey, that's not your job. They can do that if they want to, but don't you do that. Just thank them for their time and leave the premises. Don't be intimidated. Hey, be sure to go back next week. Now, how do we actually go about putting the cards on the cars? Let's have a look. So here we are, it's a likely looking car. The idea is to get the card on the car as near as possible to the driver's side door handle or lock. Best place is at the bottom here, slide it in between the window and the rubber. Just slides in there nicely. That's your ideal position. Some cars won't go there. You might be able to get it in at the back like that. If you won't go there, try at the top of the window. Slide in there. As a last resort, you might want to try at the front there. That's a real last resort. Your best bet though, just slide it in nice and gently there. If you don't get the hang of it at first, just have a little practice on your own car. It takes a while to get used to it. After a while you get quite quick at this. Another tip, on a nice sunny day, you often find people leave the window or the sunroof open. You can just slide the card straight into the car, lands on the seat there. That's ideal. One other thing you might want to try, some cars that you can actually slide the card into the door handle. This is useful if you're in maybe a multi-storey car park where it's not very well lit, or if you think that people are going to be coming back to their car after dark. They might not see the card, but they're going to feel it. Of course, it does look a little bit suspicious if you're playing around with the door handles on other people's cars, so really only use that as a last resort if you really have to. Another point, what do you do if there's somebody in the car? Well, really up to you. What I will try and do is try and catch their eye and just offer the card, say thanks. You can, if you choose to, you can knock on the window and insist that they take the card, or even engage them in conversation. Practice the 3-foot rule on them. That's fine if you're comfortable with that. If not, you can just ignore that car, move on to the next one. You know, maybe if they're interested, they might even come and ask you for the card or take one from the card next to them. So don't beat yourself up about it. So let's go and do some. Fantastic, that didn't take long. Obviously I've not done the whole car part, but it should be good enough to give you an idea how to do it. I've noticed I also put one in the ticket machine. Somebody's going to pick that up, aren't they? Little tip for advanced users, you notice the way that I zigzag in and out of the cars. If you always turn it in the same direction, you can get dizzy. So in and out, much better idea. Now, cars, it's just one way that you can get your leads. You can put these cards anywhere you like, everywhere you go. Phone boxes, cash points, bus stops, shop counters, tables in restaurants. Always hand one over whenever you pay a bill. Always have them in your pocket. Take them everywhere that you go. Fantastic.